the boys welcome Pat Shea as this week's special guest. Pat Shea is an actor, creator, and former pro athlete. He is a very funny guy. I think you'll rather enjoy.
Just living the dream. Unbelievable. Oh man, I feel like wow.
Welcome back to the Mid20s, episode 3, with our special guest, Pat Shea.
Come on here, Pat.
Come on in, Pat.
Let's go, Pat.
Let's go.
Get in there.
Guys, how are we?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. Of
course.
This is dream come true for me. So,
Right?
yes.
One of the many dreams.
Thanks for coming on, Pat. How was your journey into the city?
Dude, it was good. It like any journey into the city, you know, I drove here, so it took about 4.5 hours.
It's a good shift.
Yeah.
Where in the city did you grow up?
What'd you say?
You said you grew up in the city?
No, drove. I drove.
Oh, you drove to the city. Okay,
I grew up in Massachusetts, not Boston. I'm not from Boston because if you're from Boston, they will get very angry. If you're not from Boston and you say you're from Boston, like in the city,
Right. I
people get a little upset about that. So I'm from a really tough, gritty town called Marshfield.
Love that.
Yeah, lots of marshes and fields. A lot of beaches, not gritty at all, but yeah.
We actually were there a couple weeks ago, right? For Zane's show. That's
Oh, yeah. At Levitate. Shout out Levitate.
Yeah, the festival.
Shout out Levitate Backyard.
Yeah, that was a great
And all the
great
folks over
location.
there.
Yeah,
That's a great time.
for sure. Love that.
So, Pat, I mean, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're here?
Yeah, I'm here because Zane pretty much forced me to be. Yeah.
No, I did peer
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah,
I
he
used
said-
my birthday as a peer pressure.
He did. Yeah.
Also, shout out Zane. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Had a
shout out
great
Zane.
weekend.
25.
25,
Thank you
25.
guys.
Just hit
Happy
his
birthday.
mid-20.
He is
Yeah,
Thank
he
you
is
guys
the
so
only one
much.
of you guys in his mid-20s.
literally.
It's good. It's good.
Right. It's for all people.
20s.
For all ages.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Pat got here on Friday, and it's Sunday now. So he's been here for a few days, staying in our guest room.
Yeah, it's a closet.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm 10 minutes away." I go, "Great, meet me at Home Depot."
Yeah.
Just right away,
We had to-
because I had to install a shelf for
Doing
our
man things.
birthday party.
Yeah, you invited me down. You were like, it's my birthday. Come down. I was like, oh, fine, you know. Then I really came down with not knowing any type of plan. Just figured we'd have a fun weekend, maybe film some stuff. And I got there. Obviously we met at Home Depot, like you said. So I was like, what's the game plan for the night? And you were like, oh, well, we're starting at 8. And I'm like, well, what? You know, what's starting at 8? He's
does
like,
that
dude,
mean?
we're having a party. Did I not tell you that? No, you didn't. So
I guess I thought I might. I thought I did
Yeah.
include that, but
I'm like, it's 6:30 now, you know. And he's like, yeah, and I'm building a bar, so we gotta
It's starting right now.
we gotta get going.
Starting now.
All
And we got to set up the backyard.
yeah,
Clean, which we
we got to
did.
set up our backyard, which is we found out is not our backyard.
Yeah.
It's most likely not our backyard. I jumped out there, and the first thing that happened was I think what I believe to be a rat ran
Probably a possum.
by.
Maybe
It
a
was
raccoon.
it was trotting. It
It's
wasn't.
okay. They pay rent here, so. They
Dude,
basically
it
do.
was trotting. It wasn't. You know, the rats are supposed to be afraid and scurry away. This thing was just like leisurely, like kind of just trotting away. He's like, "I'll be back." It could have been a possum too, but that
Yeah.
would be. I hope it was a possum because that would be a giant rat. But anyways, I saw that the door next door was just this glass door. I could see right into their living room, and it.
You made eye contact? Or
No, luckily nobody was there, but chances are it's not our backyard.
Is it a nice
Damn.
spot?
It is a
You
great
got to
spot.
get set up over there?
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Okay. Nice.
If they have a
spot.
door to it, it's a safe bet it's theirs and not yours.
Yeah.
We just have a window.
But anyways, yeah. So then that didn't work out, the backyard. So I came back in. We built the bar. We were all kind of doing. Sky, what were you doing? Setting up the.
Yeah, I was, getting the drinks ready, setting up the
Hosting.
the lights and the vibe. Yeah.
And then our first guests arrived.
Our first guest arrived. Oh, yeah, our new friends from the building. And there was nobody.
Lindsay and
Jewel.
Julia, I think.
Yeah, but there was nobody else here. It was just me, Zane, Pat, and our boy Joey, who was getting the DJ set going, and then them. And it was funny because they were probably here for like 25 minutes. Really sweet, by the way. Just like it was nice of them to come by and say hi. But nobody showed up in the first 20 minutes.
The first 20 minutes.
So
wait,
As no
we're getting there. Nobody showed up in the first 20 minutes. So like they were here and we were like, yeah, we're having a party. And then they were here for like 20, 25 minutes and nobody had come yet. And then they left. And they probably still don't know that people actually did show up.
No.
So we played the music extra loud when people did show up in hopes they would come back down, but they never came back.
We're having a party.
And so we recorded the whole. I'm just kidding.
But
We did get some clips though of the bar though, and
Oh yeah,
kind of the whole process of getting there.
yeah, the trip.
So,
yeah. Well, you had the
Yeah.
meta glasses, Sky.
Meta
Oh
glasses.
yeah, that was clutch.
Which is crazy.
I threw them on Allan for a little bit.
yeah, we can
Allan
play a
was rocking
little
'em.
some of the clips that we got. This is one of them.
Let's see.
Let me
Let's
open
see
it up.
what's up.
Go full screen on this.
Hold on.
Shout out Katie.
Fire.
Little carousel
Fire,
section. There's
fire.
another one.
Shout
though.
out Katie.
Let me pull up the other one as well.
Go to
This one has me in it.
Zane
Hey.
was pulling
These are
the
just all.
John
I was
Cena
just.
all night.
That was my only dance move.
the John Cena.
That's fire.
Who?
That's fire.
Wait, we got. I thought you put them all together, but
No, I wish. I was trying to find like an app to do it, but I couldn't
party.
find it in time. So we're just gonna have to do with.
I love those meta glasses.
Yeah.
No, they're clutch. We'll use them more. I'm not giving Meta or Ray-Bans any more shout outs. I want free shit.
Yeah, for real.
But the glasses are cool, so I'll give them that.
this is when the bouncer was like, "You can't wear those in
Yeah,
here."
this is like when he was like, "You can't wear those."
Nah, he was telling you to get back in line.
Oh, get back in line.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no, I'm with
Oh,
them.
Gibberish.
Oh shoot. Yeah, that's classic bouncer, New York City. Like you're with a group and he's like, no, yo, the line's in the back.
Wait, play that. Play that.
Yeah.
Oh, sneak peek.
Exclusive.
Sneak peek. Good thing nobody can see it.
Standing outside in the cold. It actually wasn't that bad, actually.
No, it was a good time.
Yeah.
We had a fun
Yeah,
night.
it might look really boring based off these videos, but it was a sick time.
Would you say
There's
it was
another
We
a,
have
it was a
any
good
from?
shift?
Let's, we
Yeah, it was
have
a
any
great
from the
shift.
actual
Great
party
shifts.
here?
No, I was just thinking
No.
about that.
It was all light. We were all having fun, living in the moment.
There's
we got-
another one where you can like, you can't really see anything. You can just like hear people. These
yeah.
are the ones on the glasses.
Oh yeah, it is like Jarvis.
There's Ski.
That was a cool spot. What was it called?
No, cool spot. Shout out Carousel.
Carousel.
Little
Yeah.
Bushwick spot.
It was fun.
No, yeah.
I liked how the music wasn't. It was
You
at a
can pause
perfect. It was at a perfect volume. You could still talk and didn't have to shout in ears and whatnot. But
And they had candy.
did they?
Oh,
They had
yeah.
little boxes of lollipops and gummies. Like,
It's like eat at your own risk.
yeah. I risked.
Yeah.
I did too.
Missed
Yeah,
that.
they were good. They were good.
But overall, a great night.
Yeah, it was actually
happy
probably the
birthday
best
again.
birthday I've had so far.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
Yeah,
And all the
overall.
different worlds colliding
Yeah.
at our housewarming party.
Yeah. It was
And
cool.
Thank you guys for that cake.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a great ice cream cake.
Saints 25th.
I baked it.
Shout out Ace and Carvel.
Do you
Yeah.
bake
The
ice
collab
cream
on
cake?
that. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Do you bake ice cream cake?
Oh no, I was fucking around.
No, I know.
So we see.
I'm just going with it.
But yeah, no, it was a great night. We had
Great,
fun.
yeah.
Thanks to everybody who came out for the housewarming. We appreciate you guys being there.
Facts.
Um,
Facts.
and yeah, it was a good time. But you guys want to get into the Pat story?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Tell us a
it's
little
time.
bit about. Yeah.
let's do it.
Let's talk about me, please.
He's been waiting for this.
Yeah.
So Pat, what is a cold spell?
What is a cold streak?
Oh shit.
From scoring goals.
Take it as you will.
Yeah.
And all the above.
Neither here nor there. You guys tell me. What is it called? Straight.
I was kidding.
I know, but it's it's
It's just
on.
when, it's,
The mics
it's when
are
you're
on.
not hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's when you're not hot.
What's the longest cold spell you've ever gone through?
Goals
We'll
or
start with Zane.
anything? Anything we
I'm
want
gonna
to
start with
remove
Pat.
can get edited. Anything we want to remove can get edited.
Oh man. Wait. So Pat, let's
Yeah.
because I want to talk a little bit about your background as a hockey player too.
Sure.
Because for the people who don't know,
No one knows me.
Pat was a pro hockey player, and he's now a comedian,
And writer.
and actor, and
All
very,
those good things.
just an all around good guy. You know?
Can we put like influencer in there? Like
It's a creator. I don't influence anyone.
We should pull up some Pat Shea highlights.
I'll play.
What, hockey?
I'll play the video.
Should we pull
No,
up?
no, just while we're talking, just try to
I don't know if
try-
there's. I don't know if there's.
try to
any
find one.
highlights
Just look
on,
up Pat Shea hockey if there's any. videos.
I can send you one. I made one for the show actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pat Sheehan.
No.
Pat Shea. S-H.
Well, actually, it's funny.
S-H-E-A.
If you Google my name, it's actually kind of. It says that I'm dead.
S-H-E-A.
Yeah, SHEA. Google me.
Google me.
No, EA. Up top.
Shea
Correct
25.
it. Yeah, watch the. If you scroll down,
should we go the
oh no, they updated. If you click the Wikipedia, it will say like I'm dead. It will say I'm 1930s.
Clearly not though.
I mean,
so what am I looking?
I don't
for?
think you're gonna find.
The
You're
huddle.
not gonna find
just
any
go
of
on the
my.
huddle list.
Huddle highlights.
Yeah,
Huddle highlights.
this
Play
is me
these.
during my football
Who's
days.
this? Who's this?
Beautiful.
What position
No,
were
play
you?
one of them. Let's
Yeah,
see.
what
Let's-
position were you?
let's see.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a full
It's not
video.
me.
Dude, slippery
I
rock.
ran a
ice.
4.6.
Oh.
This is just some random
Sunrise.
Patrick Shea who played football.
We can get back to this.
I'll send you some highlights of my hockey days later if you want them.
Yeah, we can get back to this, but and we'll talk about the show a little later. But like
Yeah.
you were saying, let's just talk about growing up in Mass, your hockey journey there, and start from from a young lad.
Yeah, I was kind of put into hockey at a young age, so it kind of consumed my life. Really, yeah. I mean, I loved it as a kid for sure, but I wasn't forced into it.
Alan's just playing. Wait, stop. Because we're like, hold on, Sky, you go. Let's go. We'll go back to this. And then Alan just plays it.
It started playing.
He's curious, but this is not me. I have better numbers.
This isn't even you. Like
No,
that's not him.
I have
That's
better
hilarious.
numbers in that though. So I never played football.
I can't find this guy.
No, you're not gonna find highlights of my hockey on there. I'll
Florida prospect Pat Shea.
So,
as a part of my past.
Were you drafted?
Yeah. Did you not know that? Do you know me?
To the NHL.
were you actually drafted?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Oh shit!
Duh. I mean,
Who were you drafted by?
That's sick.
no, I was. Yeah, it was 10 years ago now, guys. It was.
Talk about the story. How did that happen?
Thanks.
You were good, but like,
Yeah.
when did they call you or something? Walk us through that night.
Yeah, for real.
Sure. Yeah, sure. It was 2015. My first year of prep school, boarding school. I wasn't actually on any of the central scouting list. So, but I did talk to a few teams that were kind of like, yeah, well, maybe if you're there late, we might take you type thing. So I didn't go to the draft or anything. And I didn't really plan on getting drafted because I didn't want to, be heartbroken if I didn't. So I was at home watching TV and popped up on the screen in 7th round, and someone just called me like from the Panthers, like, very hockey, like, hey Patrick, I just want to let you know we just drafted you 192nd overall. Very happy that you're going to be a part of this organization. Big things here for the Panthers ahead. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Generic stuff. And I'm like, thank you.
So they called you directly?
What'd you say back?
It's like the NFL draft.
Something like that. Oh, thank you. It's an honor.
Excited to be a part of the program.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Pumped to
the-
be a part of the program here, boys.
You should have just hit him back with a thicker accent. Oh yeah, thank you for.
Like,
What-
hey,
what
I thought you were
college
from
did you go to?
Mass.
I went to
Where'd you play
UMaine.
To Maine.
Yeah,
Shout
University
out
of
the
Maine.
UMaine,
Black
UMaine.
Bears.
Yeah, but in hockey it's different. You get your draft year is when you're 18 through 20, so it's like mostly when you're 18. Versus like football or basketball, you declare for the draft after playing in college or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, I went to college
year.
after I was drafted. Yeah.
You played against Ace. You played against my brother.
Yeah, I knew his brother Ace. I've like played with him a little bit growing up too, and then played against him. He was at UVM.
Ace is what, a 96?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we probably played against each other too.
Yeah, we did for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
that-
small.
So
I never really like understood like the whole like hockey recruiting and like kind of like D1 kind of process of it because I went to Union, so it's like a D1 hockey school.
played soccer.
Play soccer there, but every time I went to like parties or like saw hockey kids, they were always like 5 years older than us. And I was like, how the fuck is this working out? Like, why are you here?
That's that's actually a theme in the show which we're gonna talk about a little later. But like making fun of how hockey players are old. It's the norm now to be recruited and be a 21-year-old freshman for hockey. It's weird. It's just became a thing. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, like how UFC fighters normalize cutting 30 pounds instead of just fighting at their normal weight.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, just bring everyone in at the.
It's kind of like
Same
reclassifying, like, you know.
But it allows people to just develop more and have more of a chance to pursue it after college.
Fire. So getting drafted and then going to college afterwards, did that give you any sort of like, I'm sure it gave you some confidence being like, you know, at least on the team, you know, like I already got drafted. Like, you know, I should go in and dominate on the ice. Like, did that give you any like, you know, boosted confidence?
Yeah, a little bit for sure. It gives you a little bit of reassurance, I should say.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, it's a tough game. There's a lot of like if a coach isn't playing you or whatever, it's tough to like rely on outside like reassurance and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's you kind of have to already have that mindset of, you know, like you are, you know, you deserve to be there. You are great. You're the best player here type thing. And tell yourself that.
Especially as a freshman, like coming in, you know, must be tough. But like, you know, I know shit. If I would have got drafted, then went to the college, I'd have been like, I'm trying to start right away. As a freshman, like
there was a few other draft picks though, so I wasn't the only one.
Oh,
but
okay. So you had a squad.
It's sort of, not really. We were pretty terrible actually.
Were they like paying you while you were in college or?
No, yeah.
How does that work?
It was still the NCAA rules back then. We weren't allowed to be paid.
Oh, so whack.
Yeah.
Hockey's got a
It's
crazy
modern day slavery.
Yeah.
No
shit.
Hockey's got a crazy. And real quick before I say this, you had a good goalie when you were there too, right?
Yeah, Swayman was our goalie. Yeah, Jeremy.
Bruins goalie. So,
Yeah.
But hockey's weird. So for those who don't know, the way hockey goes, you play youth hockey, which is like, you know, from when you're 5 or 6 or whenever you start to when you go and leave for high school. Like us, we all went to prep school.
Yeah.
Like all 5 of us.
Reclassified.
And a few of us went to junior boarding school, junior prep school also. So, you know, you do your youth hockey, then you go to either high school or prep school, which is what we did. And then after high school, you can either go straight to college if you're nasty, like super, super good, or you can play juniors, which is the explanation of why a lot of people, when they get to college, are already 21, because you can play juniors up until you're 21. And so, I don't know.
What's juniors, though? Like, if you know, the viewers watching, what is...
It's like JUCO, but for... No, it's not
Sorta,
like it's kind of like JUCO, right?
Yeah, it's like amateur full season teams. It's just called junior hockey, meaning like amateur, like junior.
Like junior college,
It's
sort of.
Yeah, it sort of is similar, but you're not. It's not a school. So you'll be graduated.
Like AAU basketball.
Yeah, like some guys are still in high school, so they'll be like going to school wherever they are.
Yeah.
But
It's
a lot of
usually
guys,
ages 18 to 21.
yeah,
so
a lot of
that's-
guys are post.
And that's part of the reason why, you know, a lot of people just go in at 21, 22 is because these colleges would rather have guys who have those extra years of development.
Yeah.
And it's just a big gap from like high school hockey to college. And you have to be pretty like a stud to like a superstar to be able to just jump at like 18.
Fair.
And so I feel like it's just been like that for a long time. So it's baked into the ecosystem of
Yeah, I think it started probably like.
Did Felix do that, or is he just?
Yeah, he played juniors.
He played
Played
juniors for
juniors
like
too?
3 years. He actually left St. George's to go play juniors.
Got it.
So he could get an extra year, and then he went to UMass. But where'd you play?
Junior?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, so you went straight from.
Yeah.
From prep school. I did.
Stud.
I did one.
Stud.
He's just humbly sitting there. He's like,
Honestly,
yeah.
I did 1 year of like repeating when I transferred to Kimball Union my junior year. So I was 19, which honestly, looking back, because so many people did, age out and were 21 or 20 even. I kind of, if I was to do it again, I probably wouldn't hesitate to take a couple more years, because as I got older and realized like I started coming into my own as a hockey player in like when I was 24, 23, like I was like, okay, if I was in college right now,
You'd be going
yeah,
crazy.
so
Yeah,
I get it, honestly. It's just because some people are late bloomers, you know.
Yeah,
like
that's
some
so
guys, some guys are 18 and ready for the NHL or college, and some just aren't.
Yeah.
Was Kimball Union like all boys?
No, it was co-ed. Is that what it's called?
Do you know Sam Larte? I think he went there. I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
it's like an African kid. No,
Maybe
he played soccer.
actually.
Yeah. I think he went to Kimball Union, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe it was pretty much like. It was a tight knit community, but the sports teams, hung with each other.
Yeah,
It's
of
like,
course.
we're the
That's
hockey
it.
team, you guys are the soccer team, and we're cooler than you, and we know it.
Did you start doing the sketch comedy stuff in high school or college? When did that happen?
Talk about that.
I not like officially. It was something I was always into, actually. Like I always wanted to be an actor. I was like very inspired by comedy movies in particular. And I would make like little sketches as a kid, and then in high school I took a class about it, or for it I should say, and it was like Marshfield High, like Marshfield Student Broadcasting, where we just made comedy skits. Then when I went to prep school, I kind of like had the passion still, so I do have like a couple like old videos floating around, and when I was like doing these like little skits that I've never put out there, but I didn't start doing them publicly until like after college, actually.
Yeah. Well, you used to do the day in the life stuff.
Yeah.
Like I remember in high school, when you were in college, you did the day in the life stuff with what's his name, the foreign kid.
Trail Max.
Yeah, Trail Marks.
Edwards.
And what would you post it on?
YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Fire.
That's how I got my
That's
like
cool,
base or start in social media. It was kind of one of those things. I had like I don't know, like an epiphany or an awakening when I was like, I turned 21, and I was kind of like, because when I was in high school, I would always be like, okay, like one day I'm going to pursue all my like acting aspirations and like all that
for sure
stuff. And then I was always kind of like, all right, like after hockey or whatever. And then I turned 21, and I was kind of, like when you age up a year, you're kind of like, fuck, I'm getting old. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So when I turned 21, I was like,
now or never.
Yeah, I was kind of like, whoa, like when am I gonna do all those things in my head that I'm like gonna do one day? So I was like, I made a couple skits, actually, didn't post them, and then I saw like on YouTube, college athletes were having success like vlogging their life.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh well, there's no hockey player doing it. This is probably like a
untapped
market I could
sure
hop into. So I just did it. It was actually pretty scary being like the first.
I was about to ask like, what was the like, I'm sure people were looking at you like, oh, what are you like? Not what are you doing, but it's obviously that like perception at first,
especially in hockey.
Right?
Because
you're not focused.
Being
like
hockey is such a it's very masculine, very like unemotional.
Yeah.
A lot of like
like
we were talking last week about the personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
Being a little bit
even
more,
like just like the suits. Like I mentioned last week, like everybody wearing suits. You can't
What
really
happened
show
to
your
Sky?
personality.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's like it's a lot. It's very generic
cycle.
guys.
Broke the cycle.
Yeah.
Hockey locker rooms. It's like, if you walk in, you might have said something just like that, but it's like if you walk in wearing like running shoes,
or this sweatshirt,
to like
you get shirt.
to like a
Yeah.
like I got to college, I didn't fucking know anything about having any sort of style. Like I fucking wore running shoes all the time. I wore them to the party, and everyone's like, "What are you wearing?" Like put me in the group chat, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
No, I knew hockey players were different in like high school when some of the kids on the SG team were like telling me they used to cut their their in between their toes.
Oh,
and put
yeah, that's what
dip
we
That's a
in it.
lacrosse
That's
thing.
what we
I was
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
what is going?
It's
like,
just
That
psychotic.
shit's crazy.
Some
That's
people do it, I
lacrosse thing.
guess. But it's a tough like culture, I guess, of like definitely like very masculine and like generic things that you have to do. And if you break the mold, then it's kind of like, hey, like get in line.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? Let's
Right.
let's figure it out here.
Yeah.
So it's scary. I always, even like starting, my goal was like to transition into like the acting, sketch comedy and stuff eventually. But
Word.
so that was like, I had such a strong ambition to do that I kind of like, it was worth it for me.
Yeah.
Because I just had such big goals. But when I was going to put out the first video, I like had the vlog made and like sat on it for a month or so. And I remember like very vividly, like sitting in my, my
Like your
dorm,
or
or apartment, like
Yeah.
just sitting in the living room, like about to post it on Instagram that I put this video out and just like physically shaking,
Yeah.
like
Wow.
because I was
Like-
like
That's crazy to think. Look
Yeah.
at because now look at
I know.
you.
It's come a
Posted
long
For those
way.
of you guys who
Posted it
don't
and ran
know,
away.
Pat has a pretty large following online, and your skits are hilarious.
Should we play one right now?
Yeah, do you want to talk
Well,
about? Yeah, well,
I would go on the
Not
Instagram,
that-
not this one yet.
Yeah, not
if
that
you want
one
to
yet.
play one.
yeah. I've
but-
been lucky enough to get. You recruited me. Did you recruit me? Or no, actually, I reached out
It was
to
a
you.
little,
or
yeah, it was a
something
little
like that.
both. You reached out to me,
Yeah, we've done some skits.
but
We should play the long drink one maybe or something. Which one do you think?
That's a solid
What's your
one.
favorite one we've done?
That
on,
we've
on
done?
Instagram.
probably the I love you, bro one.
Yeah.
Shea 25.
It's on mine.
Zane's and follow.
Oh yeah, or following. I'd go to
Okay.
like
Shane.
Yeah, there I am on top
There
there.
we go.
Do that one. The one there.
Right
Zane's
here?
in. Yeah, Zane's in that one. I like this one. It's not hockey related, but it's more broad audience.
Thanks, dude.
I love you, man.
Thanks, dude.
I'm sorry. Are you not gonna say I love you too?
No.
Okay, so you don't love me?
No, I just think it's weird to like say I love you to.
It's not weird, dude. All right, do you tell your mom you love her?
Yeah, I tell my mom I love her.
What's the difference?
I mean, she like gave birth to me. and stuff.
How many times have I bought you drinks at the bar? Huh? Hundreds of times. Your mom gives birth to you once, and that's just, oh, we forget about all those times about the drinks, huh?
Okay, love you, man.
It's not good enough. You say I love you. You don't go, I love ya.
I love you too.
It's forced. It's forced.
Are you okay?
Do I look okay to you?
No, you don't.
Not okay.
You don't look okay at all.
Let's confess my love to you. You didn't say it back to me.
Confess your
Think I'm
love.
okay? Say it back.
I love you.
That's not, no.
Just throw the ball
You know
back.
what? Maybe we should break up, dude.
Break up. We're just friends. I don't know what you're talking about.
It figures you can say that, doesn't it? What's the point anymore, dude? Huh?
We can just be friends. Like,
And what? What? Then I just wait around hoping that one day you'll say I love you back to me? Why don't you go find someone else to throw the softball with?
No clue.
Deuces.
don't say that, Pat. Pat, come back. Let's just do
Then
this.
tell me you love me.
No.
What the fuck's a guy gonna do for an I love you these days?
The softball. Just tossing the softball back and forth.
Yeah, it was
mad.
so.
Is the long drink one on here too, or?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Scroll
The
down.
recent.
Wait, you're
That
also
one's-
in
this
this.
is my
This
favorite.
is a great one. I watched this one. I was like, wow, this is pretty.
Blue line.
Unacceptable.
We're in the NHL, boys.
Who's that effort? Come on, come back.
Yeah, you tell them. I mean, you were the king of cutbacks back in 03.
I wish I could just get a couple minutes with them. Maybe like a couple times a week, you know? Give them a few pointers.
I say that all the time.
He does.
Really good cutback.
Anyways, maybe another long drink? Just crush this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, brother. You need one?
Actually, yeah, hand me one too.
Thought so.
Thought so.
I gotta tell you, Braz, he's got a lot of potential. And he had a great start to the year, but he needs to start producing or we gotta let him go.
Hey, you know I used to play with him, right?
Oh, I know, of course.
Yup. Youth hockey.
Hey, we just signed all the balls. I used to play with him too.
You were better than him, too.
Yeah. Politics, man. It's all politics.
Anyway, can we get a long drink?
Actually, me too.
Thanks, brother. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
You know what the crazy part is?
What's that?
It's like, if we actually tried, we could have made the NHL.
Well, of course, but, you know, They try so hard. It's weird.
Oh, dude, such a time commitment.
Such a time commitment, like you said.
I got better things to do, right?
We wouldn't be able to be here, just chilling on the couch, drinking long drinks.
Sure, they have really good-looking wives.
And money.
And money.
Up in some high rise in New York City, playing for the New York Rangers, dating models.
Give me a break.
That sounds exhausting, to be honest.
They sit up on their high horse acting all cool as if we couldn't do what they do if we tried.
I'd much rather do the
Yup.
That was actually, I love that one.
No, that's a really good skit.
Unacceptable.
So, wait, real quick. Long Drink's been doing, I feel like I've seen a lot of Long Drink and like hockey creator collabs. Is that like a market?
Yeah,
trying
they're trying to tap into the hockey world. That's why they teamed up with or partnered with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so like wanted them to be hockey related.
Got you.
I'm including that.
We're back though.
We are
We're back
putting
now.
that
We're
in.
back. We're back.
Screen recording
We're back.
I was about to say
We're
shout out. I was about to say shout out Brentley.
Is that really?
He's just tossing lights.
That is hilarious.
We're keeping that, by the way.
I was watching it happen in real time. It was like 5 seconds of you just watching it. And you just double click.
Yo, I'm crying, bro.
Zooms in. You zoom in. You screenshot. You drag it to a folder.
Spank folder.
Oh, that's crazy.
The folder's just like
It's
That's
too funny.
the folder's titled "Not Instagram polls."
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's good.
that was good.
This is-
Long drink.
Long Drink, yeah, showing the skits.
Tuukka Rask is an investor in Long Drink. I think that's probably part of the reason why.
That makes sense.
So is Miles Taylor.
Yeah, they just wanted hockey. I don't know. So they wanted them to be hockey related. The videos, for whatever reason. I guess it's a good market to tap
Yeah.
into.
Definitely.
Did they comment on that video? Like, did
They collabed that actually. They wanted to collab it. They've loved both videos we did.
Great.
Yeah, they've been
Good stuff.
Yeah, so it's good. Good partnership.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unreal. But yeah, so after all this,
All right.
now you have 130K on Instagram. You got a good YouTube following.
That's some
How
growth.
long? I mean, you said you started when you were what, 21 about?
Yeah, that's when I started the YouTube. I was 21. It was 2018. So I definitely did that for my junior senior year, and then I had like a weird gap year with the Cove there, like many of us did.
Yeah.
Life,
Yeah.
weird life period there. So I did continue making like, road to pro hockey a little bit, but then during that time I randomly auditioned for a movie, like a hockey movie, and I started doing skits a little bit because I was like, oh, I'm free from my coaches. I can finally like be a little bit edgy or do
Right.
humor and not
Yeah.
worry about my coaches being like, this is a bad look for the program.
Right,
you know?
right.
Shit like that. So I started. So that was in 2020. I would like, one every month or like a couple months I'd make a skit and like mix them in. So then I ended up doing the movie, but it got canceled. It's a long story, for a different day. But whatever. I gave me confidence that like, okay, this casting director or director of this movie had like some belief in me that I had something there that he cast me in this movie. So it gave me this like big spark of like, you know what, like, fuck it. I have a year off in hockey. I'm just gonna start making the comedy sketches and just like go for it. So like
shit.
2021 is when I really started kind of putting all my energy into it.
I respect that so much.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like
For
somebody
sure.
that just has an idea and then just does it, and then is not only doing it but is consistent, and then it
Yeah.
works out for them.
Yeah,
so
you-
big ups to you on that. Like that's huge.
Thank
and,
you.
like,
For sure.
Really respect.
Yeah, you've been
respectful. Like,
really consistent with it. It's been really fun to watch. Pat's one of the hardest workers I know.
Thanks.
And like going
So-
against the grain, like
Yeah.
Super inspiring.
Blue collar guy.
Yeah, seriously. No handouts,
working.
bro. No
No,
handouts.
dude, for
And
real.
then tell them about the most recent movie that you're in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that happened after a couple years. I like to think life is a revolving door of opportunity, where like that movie I just mentioned didn't work out because it was we had actually a big COVID outbreak, and then there ended up being like financial issues that
damn
blew it up, whatever. So
stuff.
whatever, I started cracking down on the comedy sketches. I played 2 years of pro hockey after that, where, you know, I was trying to make the comedy sketches and acting my full-time gig slowly. But after the second year, I went full-time with it. And this other movie opportunity actually came, kind of just like fell into my lap, because the original movie, this guy, Chris Nelson, he was the technical advisor on Miracle.
Shout out Nelly.
Yeah, shout out Nelly, great guy. And also, he just posted on a story one day, he's like, in Boston. So I was like, oh, what are you doing in Boston? And he's like, hockey movie. Like, I'm like, oh, if you need any help, let me know. Like, do some background or whatever. Because I figured it was already starting.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, we're doing like background auditions tomorrow. Come on down. So I actually, it's funny, because like I'm not naturally that like outgoing or social. I definitely had like social anxiety a lot growing up. So I actually almost didn't go because of the awkwardness of like walking in there. And so I had, but then, you know, I did, and I went in there fully with the plan of like, hey, I'm gonna walk in and say like, is there any auditions for an act or a speaking role in the movie? And I did that, and sure enough, I got one, and led to the.
That's sick.
Led to the movie.
Let's go.
Shout out to you for that.
I mean, I'd say.
What's the harm in asking? You know.
Well, that's what I mean. I think if you have something, what's the worst that can happen? They say no, right? So it's like, but
imagine if you let that
go, right?
didn't go. Yeah.
Or like, so when you like pulled up and it was like probably in a building or something.
Yeah, it was actually at a hockey rink.
Was there a lot of were there a lot of people? Was there a line that you had to wait in? Like,
not really. It was like kind of like a flow of hockey players auditioning for background. Just like meaning like, hey, we need guys who know how to skate. Yeah, know how to play hockey. Yeah.
And to get your look. And sometimes they need doubles too.
Yeah,
actors.
So I walked in there and did that, and then was just like, hey, Nelly, is there any auditioning? And then he like walked out, talked to the director, and then got me an audition.
Right then and there?
Yeah, like literally, he's like, he came back in, and he was pretty confident when he asked and came back. He's like, you're gonna be acting. Like pretty much, it's yours to lose now.
Right.
So like, I obviously like having the modern day, having the following, especially in the hockey world, helped. And I think that's honestly something someone could take from it, even if you're an aspiring actor, like having that following. Like there might have been actors better than me, but you combine the hockey ability and like the following, and it's like all of a sudden you like jump a line of actors that might be really experienced.
Free marketing.
Yeah,
for them.
Yeah, for real.
And like you were already doing it, so as an actual hockey player versus like an actor that can play a hockey player.
And you had a whole reel on your like your Instagram is
it's literally that, probably. It's like your audition, your resume,
your reel, audition reel.
Yeah, the acting.
They can just go on and be like, oh, this guy looks good on camera. He's he can act, and you could obviously skate, so they didn't have to use a double.
Yeah, the skating for hockey movies is
important,
clutch.
Yeah, because I see sometimes like there's like shows that are like football, or it's like around football, and then
they don't know how to throw football.
The wide receivers are like,
I hate that. What's that show on Netflix
awful.
where it's like, it's like this guy. It's like he goes
like,
to the. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he goes to California.
The comeback or something. Comeback.
He throws the ball. I'm like, yo, what is he like?
Yeah, he's always like, my
so
dad
funny.
Throw a football or something.
It's so funny.
I forget the name of the show, but
it's like every actor
he
is
does
like
not play football.
Exactly.
That's a generalization, but don't mean to offend any actors out there.
It can be obvious sometimes.
It's
if
crazy.
they've never played the sport.
It's just
wild.
funny.
Yeah.
I literally didn't watch the show because of that.
Because it was just so
I was like, there's no way I'm not going to try and watch that.
Can't really unsee it.
He's like, run your 40. They're like jogging.
He's
I'm
like,
bro, how do you? What's going on here?
A question I have for you: on your path to, I would say, growing your following and your influence on kind of the hockey world, not only the hockey world, I would say just your demographic and that you're targeting in general. What were some of like the haters, or what's the word? What were some of the people that kind of like, or the things that stopped you, or like were a problem along the way that you kind of have to get over? Hurdles. What were the hurdles that you had to get over?
I think the biggest one, like we were kind of touching on, was like the hockey, getting over the hurdle of worrying about what your coach might think, your teammates might think, the team you're playing against, and then like you start thinking about everyone you've ever grown up with, you know, who might shit on you for this, and because you're going against the grain.
It's like Allan's like, what kind of who are the people that are holding you back? And you're like,
Everyone.
My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, every friend I've ever had, my team, the team I was playing.
Yeah, my grandmother actually.
The guy
He had some words to say.
She had some opinions.
My third grade teacher emailed me and said, "I don't like what
You'll
you're
never be
doing.
shit."
You should stop."
Dude, I was actually lucky to, like, my parents have been very supportive of everything that I've ever done. Actually, they like
huge.
really encouraged me to pursue that passion because I always knew I had it. So I think I'm actually really lucky in that area because a lot of people might not have that.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's important.
yeah, so that was good and I think helped me. But I think when I got over the hurdle initially of that, you know, what other people are going to think, then it just, you know, then when I actually made the transition out of, because I grew that little audience for, you know, my vlogs, my hockey career vlogs, and I didn't want to do it. Like, that's not what I wanted to do long term. So I kind of pinholed myself for a second there then I wanted to transition to sketch comedy, and I almost kind of started at zero. And that was a little bit challenging because I would post a skit and it would get like no views, and I would just get comments of people like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, go play hockey. Like, post a hockey video." And it was really actually like, yeah, like, dude, it was. They're like, "What are you doing?
For?
Go, like, show us your like GoPro skating." I'm like, fucking, like, what did I do to myself?
I want to see you skate.
Yeah. I'm like, guys, go play hockey yourself. You know, if you're so invested in my career, like, why don't you just, you know, go play pro hockey yourself?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Comment on my shit.
Yeah. So that was a hurdle, honestly, and even it's still a little bit.
You think
I get that a little bit.
You get that a little bit?
A little bit still.
I feel like it kind of goes away once you start getting millions of views. A little bit.
It's gone away
maybe
a lot.
not.
It'll never go away. I
But-
feel like there's always that.
Yeah,
hate,
there's
you know?
always some people still that will, like, you know, I'll get like a random comment here and there of like, go back to playing hockey. Why would you stop playing hockey?
We should reply to some of those right now in real time. Just chirp the fuck out of these kids.
Yeah. But it's
We'll get into that later.
what I do
When the
like.
cameras
It's
are
slowly
not rolling.
it's slowly becoming like people know me for like a lot of the new followers don't even know I played hockey.
Exactly.
So
you get a
it's-
whole new demographic of
it-
people, you know, that don't exactly.
We should play you want to talk a little bit about this upcoming
the show.
Yeah, the upcoming show that you're doing.
Yeah.
Got an
We just
exclusive.
Zane's actually a supporting role in it, but it's called Full Ride. I made my own independent TV show, very low budget, and just kind of made it happen. It's about college hockey players. It's in a lot of, you know, what hockey did give me, obviously a lot of, you know, good memories, but it gave me a lot of material to pull from. I think
For sure.
the generic masculine culture that it is, kind of, that we were saying, it also gave me so much material to make fun of and use experiences that happened to me. So this
really lived it.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's
like
the
very
easiest
practical.
to write about for myself. And but it's something I've wanted to do for, like, since I've been in college, like, make a show about a college hockey team or players or whatever. So I just, whatever, like, last year decided to just go for it in 2024 and
Did the whole thing by yourself, by, you know, pretty
it's
much funded
directing.
it, produced
I
it,
wrote it.
outsourced.
how
The
did,
writing
It's
was really good.
Yeah.
And the show is coming out amazing.
before we check it out, how long did it take you to, like, I mean, you're probably still learning, like, the editing, all the, you know, the lighting stuff that we were working on before the show. Like, how long did it take you? How many hours do you think you really put in?
So
Like,
many.
on all the fucking.
It started, like, when I was in high school taking the class making sketches. Like, that's when I started editing.
Yeah.
And I slowly was learning, and then I was doing the vlogs. So, like, part of me regrets doing the hockey vlogs, but also everything happens for a reason. Also, it was, like, training me to be, you know, having that ability to start doing the comedy skits and whatnot and acting. So, like, I had those few years there. And so, like, since, you know, it's been over 10 years where I've been editing stuff and just learning as I've gone.
Yeah.
And then that's just kind of how I do things, and some people might not love that strategy of like learning by doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's
like one of the best ways of learning.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Agreed. Yeah. I think
100%.
just doing shit.
yeah. Just kind of like forcing yourself to learn it and figure it out
and fail. Really,
Yeah,
forcing
exactly.
yourself to fail. And like, all right, let me not do that next time.
Yeah, so that took years of experience just like figuring that out. The show itself, like I started writing it about a year ago, and we've filmed in June, finished it in August, and I've been editing it since. So it's been like a year really where I've kind of just like been fully doing that.
All right.
Which
I'm gonna go play it.
you want to play the clip?
Yeah.
Should we play it right now?
Oh, do you want to play it right now?
Yeah,
you want to see it?
We could play a clip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's queued up.
Well, the one thing, real quick, just the one thing I was thinking about when you were saying that, and we talked about it a little bit before, but we were going to save it for the pod, was like the Rick Rubin interview I watched where the guy was basically like, when you create things, like, are you worried that people aren't going to like it? And he was like, no, I don't, that's not how I think about it. I think about creation as like, I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
And people just happen to like it, or like, it's cool that people like it.
Right.
But I made this for myself because this is what I wanted to create.
It's kind of like seeking the approval of others. Like, why are you trying to do that? You're just really trying to just like satisfy yourself. And then like I think that's like that's like an artist's thing. Like I feel like a lot of artists or creatives in general kind of go through that. Like, who am I trying to do this for?
Right.
Yeah.
Is it for myself or my fans? And it's stuff for like like artists that have to reinvent themselves too, and then you always have those fans who are like oh, like I missed the old Drake or I missed the old Kanye, but like you have to continue to grow and like evolve and stuff. So
100%.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's watch this thing.
Yeah, it's to preface it, it's
It's an exclusive, right?
Yeah, I haven't posted any clips of this. So this is episode 5. It's a episode about us beefing with the frat, like the frat at school, hockey versus frat, and this is a scene where we walk into them and they've taken over our house. So
I'll fire right now.
Let's roll the clip.
Maybe it's a good show.
You guys are gonna love this soundtrack.
Yo, what the fuck is going on here? Am I seeing this correctly?
Okay, you're seeing it, buddy. Gonna need you guys to get the fuck off my property.
Your property. This is our house. What are you talking about?
Last time I checked, boys are kicking it back and playing some pong.
The boys are kicking back and playing some pong. He's a good
It
point.
does look pretty fun.
You have a good point.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Did you guys go inside? Oh fuck, I swear to God, if you're in my bed, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you and shove that golf club handle so far up your ass, you're gonna love it.
Oh, we did. Yeah, absolute sex festival in there, dude. Mad chicks.
You had a Bonnaroo sex festival inside his bed.
Took her to Paris, buddy. The views were amazing. I actually got the post-vacation blues right now a little bit.
You went Woodstock 99 train wreck in there without us?
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Fuck. Did you at least wash the sheets?
No, I'm not watching the sheets.
Fuck, they had an Olympic Games. They're still coming back from that. This is anyways, you better clear up here and get the fuck off our property. I know that much.
I got a second wave of chicks coming in about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna need you to scram. Plus, that looks like you're outnumbered.
Hell yes. Well, yeah, let me just tell you this. You're lucky that we're still sore from practice, or we would walk over there outnumbered and beat the shit out of all you and your boys.
Doubt it.
But we're going to have to go hit the recovery pumps and get the lactic acid out of our quads and come back later with more of the boys.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're gonna go hit the Wim Hof method.
Yep.
Getting the cooler all together, all the boys.
All of us.
Ice bath challenge, baby. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna take care of this.
Yep. Fresh legs, baby. Iced up and ready to go.
Look forward to it.
This isn't over. See you soon.
We'll be back.
Icy hot. Hot and cold.
Coming after you when we get back too.
I got you.
Sorry. What's your flip dog?
Wait, are we gonna watch the whole thing?
No, that's the clip.
No, that's sick though.
What was that? What was that for again?
This is for a show. I made my own 5-episode comedy TV show.
Word. And are you still doing it?
It's almost done. So I'm like,
Stop looking at me, Sky.
I'm on like the last episode editing wise, and then I'm gonna figure out a release date here. So I'm like aiming for March, probably.
Got it.
I'm excited to watch.
Do you like draw inspiration from any show? Like, what shows do you sort of get some
sure.
inspiration from?
People are naturally comparing it to Blue Mountain State, which
Okay.
I definitely.
Classic. I mean, that's a classic.
It's a classic.
It's college sports.
Yeah,
They're pretty much
college
like, oh, is this the
football.
BMS of hockey? And like, it's a different vibe, but it's for sure like inspired. Like I took inspiration from it for sure. Like I
That's
loved
a great
that.
idea.
Yeah, I
Like,
loved that
Kind
show.
of tailor
Yeah.
it to be similar to that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Workaholics,
Okay.
Great show.
definitely
Great
like
show.
New Girl.
Yeah.
A little like that kind of
Incredible
humor.
show.
Yeah.
Get Netflix to buy it.
Yeah, I mean that's the angle for sure that someone will pick it up and.
Yo,
wanna continue it.
Netflix.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, Netflix, we got something in the works.
Or if
Pat's
you
got
know
something in the
anybody
works.
at Netflix.
On sale.
Yeah.
Patty.
There's actually a
Coming
studio,
hot.
right?
Yeah.
There's a Netflix
we should,
studio.
maybe we should
right
walk in after this.
Knock on the door.
Hey, do you guys buy any shows?
I'm actually kind of fired up. Let's do it.
Any chance? Yeah, I'll try.
How
it
about
out.
like Dave?
A little bit actually. I watched Dave. I love Dave. So there's like a couple moments, like meaning like one or two scenes where like it kind of has a splash of seriousness for a minute.
Okay,
and that
yeah.
was kind of like a Dave
Right.
inspiration
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Where you can mix in like a real heartfelt moment for a
For
second.
sure.
You know.
Yeah, yeah. In the midst of
Yeah.
humor.
Yeah.
For sure. Nah, that's fire.
Yeah.
Looks nice. I'm excited to watch it. That's for sure.
And you're doing the editing yourself? for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's a lot, dude. It's taken.
You're like it's like semi-pro. Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
You're like the GM, the coach, the player,
Literally.
everything.
He's doing it all.
Yeah, literally.
Jive turkey. Everyone stops. Just gets a gun
Too
out.
funny.
Yeah, that movie is hilarious.
Yeah, you did say something about like comedy movies and stuff. Like, do you have any like? What's your like top? What do you say, like top 5 or whatever comedy movies?
Oh, that's a tough list. But like
You can do some honorable mentions.
yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
want
like
to.
I loved Will Ferrell for sure. I loved Ben Stiller comedy movies, and like so a lot of like I can't really narrow down their movies. Like they were all
Yeah.
so funny to me. I mean, we were just watching Dodgeball.
Yeah,
like,
Dodgeball was
Yeah.
just on.
like that. I think that humor shaped my sense of humor growing up. Like watching those movies.
It makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah,
Dude,
He goes,
it's,
hey, it's
it's white.
hey, it's white.
It's so funny. I love the Jump Street movies. The
Oh,
21,
yeah.
22
Yeah.
Jump Street.
Yeah,
Those
we were
are
watching.
really good.
We were watching that.
Ted.
like what, last week?
I think we were watching that in Boston.
Ted's a good one, dude.
Why do we have a Ted poster in our apartment? I don't think we've talked about this yet. Why
Yeah, that's
is there
true.
a Ted poster in our apartment?
Next to the
tell us,
spritzer
Zane.
cans.
I don't know.
Young
For those of
Ted.
you who don't know me personally, no, I was in TED
him up
when
on
I was
IMDb.
11.
You were in TED? That's sick.
Yeah.
That's actually that's crazy. I feel like I've heard that before, but I forgot probably.
Yeah.
So I have a little poster there because it was the peak
Commemorating.
of my life.
Crazy.
That was
Memory.
really. It was actually really really cool.
It is.
Your life when you were 12.
Yeah.
Really
yeah.
funny.
And I was at the time I was watching that '70s show.
That's a great show too.
That was
Yeah.
like
Love that show.
my coming of age show.
Right.
Kind of
Like
figure
in
out like,
between
what do
teenage.
people do. Like,
Yeah,
you
they're
know, what-
downstairs in the basement,
Exactly.
getting fried.
And for the longest time, I didn't know what the basement scene was.
Yeah,
I thought like I didn't get that there was the haze was from
Right.
smoke and they were smoking down there because I
like
was
them
10,
laughing
11.
and shit. Yeah, of
And
course.
then figured it out.
Figure it out
Tried
real
that out
quick.
too.
That was on set. You tried that?
Well, I was a huge
Literally,
no,
right?
a little bit
Mark
little bit
Wahlberg.
after though. No, but I was a huge Mila Kunis fan, and she was in the movie.
Naturally.
And so I met her on
course.
set and got to hang out with her, and we had some great little convos.
Great memory.
And then met Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane, the guy from Family Guy. And
Family Guy.
just was able to see what it's like to work on a full production. That was
Yeah, it's mega. It's
was-
like
it is
really
multi-million-dollar
I
production.
would definitely want to try to.
Spin the
back
block,
again,
spin
yeah.
the block. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you guys are doing some pretty cool stuff though with
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
show
yeah,
and
man.
Pat's. Like that's all really sick.
The
We'll
movie
make
was
that one movie.
We'll send it over to Seth.
the movie was shot in Boston, right?
Yeah, the whole thing was shot in Boston, which was cool. It was cool because the bear suit, like the CGI suit, was put on me and Seth. Like Seth was the older bear and I was the younger bear. So for my scenes, I would say that this was the set.
Yeah.
I'd be in the other room with the directors in the suit, mic'd up, doing the scenes live. So it wasn't like in a vocal booth. It was like doing the scenes live.
Oh,
that's
wow.
insane.
So all of the movements of the
You're,
bear,
like, doing
that's
them.
my movements.
Yeah.
So
Really?
Yeah,
And you had the
That's
suit on?
crazy.
it was cool. It was hard because I had to act to a screen,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's hard.
you know.
Because they probably wanted those like inflections of your voice that's hard to imitate if you're not running or if
Yeah.
you're not like yelling or like doing
Yeah.
something active,
That was cool.
which is fire. No, yeah, that's a
It is
cool.
I
was
wish I
that,
had
like-
some footage of that. I'll look at some footage.
Yeah.
Like to show you what it looked like because it was really cool. We had a huge warehouse with multiple sets in it, and that was a really cool
yeah.
thing to witness. Like
Yeah,
how,
I mean it's a classic movie.
Yeah.
And then even just the reception of it, it's crazy. I've been tweaking as a 13-year-old going to school. I'd have been like, yeah, y'all don't even know.
I definitely
Y'all
thought
don't even
I
know
was,
about it,
You
but
thought you were
Y'all don't
Chad.
even know.
I thought I was
just
big man on campus for a little bit. I definitely needed to come down from the high horse, but I mean, you're like 12 years old. Gotta give
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
give that
of
little kid
course.
some grace, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
That's cool.
it's-
That's fire. That's cool fun.
How'd you like get that role? What did you apply for it or?
I got into like child modeling when I was 9 because my sister wanted to get into acting,
Got it.
and she took me along to a open call for an agency. And they were like, "No, we're not looking for girls right now." But who's that?
Who is that?
too after.
That's mad.
Because they were looking for for guys. I was a little boy.
Kids.
I was 9 years old, but.
Little boys.
And at the time, I was like super into like hip hop dancing and stuff, and just it's like, yeah, like you want to see some hip hop dancing? And I just like was break dancing. I could like spin on my head and shit. So I got signed to them, and they started sending me on auditions.
That's it.
And I got some jobs. I worked for like Puma, and I worked for some toy company commercials, and did some short film stuff and whatnot. And then I got that movie. But my mom kind of helped. I mean, I think it was everything happens for a reason. I think it was a good decision. But ultimately, after TED, I had the option to actually come to New York and sign with a bigger agency and like really do the whole thing. But she didn't want me to be a child actor, so.
I mean, yeah.
That
She was
would've been
respecting you from
sick.
the.
And I just wasn't. I wasn't in a good place. I needed to grow and learn. And just be
Yeah.
normal.
Before.
I've always thought about that living in New York City, like the idea of like going to these auditions. Because when you go to the auditions, even for modeling, and like I'm sure CJ knows, there's just like I've seen videos of people just lined up.
Oh yeah.
It's a little discouraging. but
Yeah.
I've always thought about the
Yeah,
idea
you're
of,
one
like,
of-
going to one of those auditions or
Yeah.
applying and just for the fuck of it. But I've just never done it. So maybe that could be a goal of mine.
You can do.
in
You can
the
do
future.
extra work.
Yeah.
Just be an extra, like a
Exactly.
background character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way to
Yeah.
get your foot in the door for sure.
Just
Dude, I had like a super similar experience to you because my younger sister, and again, like this kind of relates to what Pat was saying. Like I was a hockey player, and I was 12 years old, and I was like, yeah, I'm a hockey player. And my younger sister is 8 years younger than me, and she would go to LA with my grandmother like 3 months out of the year, 6 months out of the year for like pilot seasons and whatnot. Stay at Oakwoods, like do the whole thing. And she had a runway show in the city when she was younger, and I went to it. And one of the agencies that was there watching like came up to me and gave me a card and was like, "Hey, like, what are you here for?" And I was like, "Oh, my little sister's, my little sister's walking." And they were like, "Well," and I was dressed like this was like probably my first year at St. George's, like my second year. So I had started like wearing preppy clothes and like pink shorts. And it was just funny. And yeah, exactly. Like I had some loafers on, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, watching my sister." And they're like, "Well, here's a card. Like, you should come out sometime." And
That's
and,
wild.
And in my head, I was like, "No, like I'm a hockey player. I'm not about to be a model. Like I'm not about to be an actor or do any of that. Like I'm an athlete."
Just had that mentality.
But
No, I had that same insecurity. I was
100%.
Yeah.
It's with hockey
Or just
stuff,
sports,
bro.
like sports in general.
Sports in general.
Like you're breaking out to like do something else. You're always like trying to like get over or even like replicate that feeling that you get from like scoring a touchdown or a goal or some shit. Yeah. It's
What's the like in like you played football, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like in a football locker room, if someone was to make like a YouTube channel vlogging, like what would the reaction be of the team?
It would be jokes. It would be jokes.
Is it more accepted or is it similar? Like, what's that guy doing?
For me, I feel like it's like everything's like jokes at first.
It's
and
always
laughing
jokes
until it gets like popping.
Until
and then like,
no,
maybe a part of
and
that.
then
Like,
after
it
that,
happens with literally everything.
and then after that,
that's anything. Yeah, it's anything. You know?
and then after that, you have the full support. Like we'll like joke on you from
Right.
here and there, but like we'll like if you have an opening or whatever, we're all mobbing and going there together type shit. You know, like we're all reposting your stuff.
Yeah.
Like once you know, it's that like it's like you know what guys do. We just bust each other balls, but then after that, you're like, you know, I got you, bro. Like
You just
so I
can't.
feel like it's like that, and even in basketball locker rooms too. I'd say it's
I feel
similar.
like it's just the practice of trying not to give a fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Continuing to just try and
Yeah.
develop that.
Yeah.
I haven't read that book, The Art of Not
The
Giving
Art,
a Fuck.
yeah.
But
It's a good
Yeah.
one. The Art of Not Trying, is it or something? Or is
it's
it called
The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
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 But it's just important.
100%. 100%. I mean, even at like boarding school, I would like experiment with like clothes and like you know, I was wearing like Uggs like when guys weren't really wearing Uggs.
Everybody was wearing Timbs.
Put that shit
Everybody
on
was
though.
wearing Timbs.
Right, like
and
bean boots
yeah.
at our school.
Yeah, like bean boots. And
Hunter
instead
boots,
of I wore
fucking-
hunter boots. Yeah, I was like just trying to like
Steve Madden,
do some different shit.
Steve Madden's kind of fire, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but when everybody's wearing like Vineyard Vines and you're wearing like, you know, something else, they're like,
Yeah.
you know, or even just wearing it, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wear it,
yeah.
embrace it.
And it's funny that you said that because in our yearbook, if you look back, I think we looked back like 2 weeks ago at it. Like CJ got the best dressed person. Like, so
Just
all that just
from
doing shit,
experiment.
just like it turned into him being the best dressed person in our whole
Yeah.
grade, or maybe the whole school.
What was your superlative?
Mine, I wasn't cool enough to get one.
What, did you have one?
What was yours? I had one. I'm gonna save it.
Me and Nuge had bromance.
Oh,
And it was just a picture of us like laying in bed under the covers together.
Yeah, you guys.
I remember the
good
girls
romance.
made one.
for real. Did you have a superlative?
No, I didn't. I was a runner-up. And I
Okay.
lost. They didn't
For which
see
one?
me. They didn't see my potential. Fuck. Dude, it was like
Which one you were gonna run it for?
it was like most likely to be in a magazine,
Okay.
and I lost to this like, you know, European kid. He was really, you know, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
He's
Crying.
had no business being there. He took all the votes.
Our superlative. We had Molly McCormick had best smile. She did have a great smile. And then shout out Molly.
Yeah.
Molly and Brindley. Homies.
certified.
But yeah, I got most likely to be in a reality TV show.
Oh,
That makes
shit.
sense.
Damn.
Here we are.
It's you.
Yeah.
This counts.
The camera loves him.
Trying to go on Bachelor.
This counts.
They got
I would.
auditions.
I don't think I would do that ever. No.
What, I'm
Reality
trying to
show.
tell you to... No, but that was
I'd go on
bullshit.
Survivor.
Oh, Survivor.
Survivor, yes. Survivor. Yes.
Survivor.
Yeah, that's a
I'll go
little
on
different, I
Survivor.
think.
I go on Survivor.
Definitely on Survivor.
Yeah.
It's not really the same.
No,
Yeah.
but like reality show, you can get a tough reputation.
Oh
off
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
for
like-
sure. Yeah. I mean,
'Cause-
the producers really control
Yeah.
your character arc.
And but that's the thing. It's like they make it a character arc, but it's like everyone thinks it's you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a
Perception
reflection
is
of
reality.
yourself. Yeah. Where it's different than like doing a movie or a show as like an actor.
Right.
It's,
Yeah.
feels risky.
Yeah. Reality TV. I don't know.
I always found that crazy too. Like on these like reality TV shows, like somebody could be the sweetest person ever, but like the way the producers and like the editors want them portrayed is exactly
do
how
it.
they're going to be
Yeah.
portrayed. Like they could be
Smart.
the best person, but like
Producers. yeah.
somebody has to be the villain. Like
Yeah,
somebody has to be
sure.
the villain. So
Exactly.
that guy, yeah.
No, yeah, I was watching the Mr. Beast has like a show, Beast Games, and
That show's
I watched
crazy.
the behind the scenes on YouTube, and they were saying like in the meeting room, like we need like a villain, you know, we're like it's gonna be a character arc where like we're gonna have people, you know, portrayed this way.
You need it.
Yeah, you need it for a storyline, you know,
Yeah.
somebody to love, somebody to hate, somebody to root
So
for.
insane. Screw the team out of like 100K.
We don't have a
Like,
villain on our show though.
No, we don't need a villain.
Nah,
I'll proudly accept the role.
Ace. That's too funny.
Just invite someone on to shit on. Just like put them in the middle and just like rip on.
just
'em.
like crazy
You're the-
takes.
yeah, you're the
And just say the
designated
most insane takes.
punching bag.
Nah, yeah.
I don't,
Where we
I
at
don't
on
think we
time?
should have rights.
So who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl? So who's playing today?
Oh yeah, what
The
time
Chiefs,
is it?
Yeah, we gotta-
Can we get a time
The
check.
Chiefs, the
Yeah. I'm a,
Bills.
We're gonna skedaddle
Commanders,
after this.
408.
We're gonna skedaddle after this and go hit the bars.
How long-
See what,
how long-
watch
what's
out.
the-
Yeah,
How much
don't-
time do we have?
We're a
Time
little
to
over
do
an
that?
hour.
Again, don't try to look
Alright,
for us at these
that's
bars,
good.
but we're on the bleakers. Gonna hit that up. Don't try to look for us though.
That's the difference between Allan and CJ. Is like
I'm like,
I'm like,
Allan's like everybody.
That was the bar.
Allan's like, this is the bar we're gonna be at. Come meet us. It's like, don't meet us at these bars.
No, he literally told them where we were gonna be at, and then said, "Don't come."
one of these places.
Don't
Maybe.
come.
Maybe. You're gonna have to look.
It's the reverse psychology.
Yeah,
But
There it is.
the first game already started, right? At 3:30.
I got the Bills winning it all. That's
Yeah?
that's my take.
I think they got robbed the other year.
That's
I forget
my
what year it
take.
was, but they got robbed.
I mean, shit. It's Kansas City. Obviously, the league wants Kansas City to win. I think Roger Goodell and shit. But I'm trying. I want the Bills. How about you?
I'd like to see.
I would like the Bills as well to win.
Yeah, Bills look good.
I feel like the Bills are like the world's team right now.
Yeah.
Like
Anything,
Chiefs?
anything but the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, that's
It'd be crazy if the
Anything but the
Commanders
Chiefs.
won
I actually
too.
like
the
the
Commanders.
It'd be
would
kind of
nice.
crazy if they won. Yeah.
I like Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Rookie quarterback.
It's not even that people want to see other teams win. It's just nobody wants to see the Chiefs win again.
Is the Chiefs right now like kind of how the Patriots were? You know, I don't know,
Yeah,
5,
Mahomes is
10
kind of
years
how
ago?
Brady was.
Like,
Yeah.
No, I feel like
everyone-
people hated Boston way more.
You think?
than the Chiefs.
I think so.
I think
Like-
so.
Well, there's a longer run.
Well,
right? There's a
exactly.
longer
But
run.
also, Boston fans are
They're
the
two
worst,
times.
and that's coming from someone who like grew up in Boston. Like
Yeah.
these motherfuckers are the worst. Like, I'm telling you.
Boston and Philly.
Like
Yeah.
Boston,
So funny, though.
Philly. Oh god.
No, Philly's.
Don't get me
I don't like
started.
Philly fans. I don't-
Nobody
just
likes
hate
Philly fans.
people who win?
Underdog city.
these
I gotta
guys
shout
are
out Philly
too
because I
good.
lived there for a couple years. So
Yeah, I remember being in Boston when the Giants won against
Oh.
Patriots. It was-
yeah, that was insane. Shout out Eli.
I was.
God bless.
Yeah,
It was
Eli
Fuck
Manning.
you, Eli.
yes,
They-
thank you, Eli.
You're forever banned from this
Ruined.
podcast. You're never coming on.
You're invited, Eli.
Eli, if you want to come on,
you got to see. Right
I don't know what
here.
camera.
Well,
You guys will have to do it without me then.
dude, it's
You
honestly
can take Zane's spot.
that sucks that they blew the only perfect season ever.
Yeah, the
Well,
Pats.
like the Pats blew it, but like the Giants.
Don't pull it
So
up.
the Giants.
I mean, wouldn't, it
No.
be, wouldn't it be cool in history if you're like, oh yeah, there was a perfect season once?
yeah, right.
Like, now you just
Nah.
Well, that's the Bruins
Not-
having a
not
perfect.
against my team.
Well, not perfect season,
no.
but the Bruins having the record season. You know, most wins and then losing in the
That's-
first round.
That's
Yeah,
like
that's
that's like
common
the
in
That is
Warriors.
common. It's like
a-
the president's curse, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the NHL president's trophy. It's like a curse.
Yeah.
You win the president's trophy, you're not.
It's pretty
gonna win the
rare
cup.
that
The
they end up
biggest
winning.
bag fumble was
The 2015 NHL draft from the Bruins.
Yeah. Seriously.
Why? Why was that a fumble?
We passed up on Kyle Connor, Matthew Barzal, and
Besser.
Thomas Chabot
Besser.
and Besser, and we chose
Exactly.
these poor guys. I'm just trying to shit on them.
Ooh, no,
Jacob
skank.
Zaboral.
Although one of them played on the Bruins.
Jacob Zaboral.
No, I guess two of them.
When
Who's
he got drafted.
DeBrusque.
All right.
DeBrusque was solid.
They weren't
DeBrusque was
terrible.
solid. Yeah, yeah.
They weren't terrible picks, but like there was like NHL stars that went behind them.
There's another
So-
one. We picked three.
Yeah, the other
DeBrusque,
ones.
Zaboral, and another guy, no name. Zaboral and the
no name.
Zaboral and the no.
Yeah, the one.
I hope no name doesn't see this.
No name. No name.
gonna be
Whoever
hard
it
to
might
figure
be
that
didn't
out.
pan out, obviously, but
Obviously, I don't want to.
it's not even that the picks were that terrible, but it's just like because of the stars, like the NHL
Yeah.
stars that went behind them.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a
It's
good
tough.
point. Now we're looking for goal scorers, and then you got like Kyle Connor lighting it up.
Yeah.
Besser,
He's nuts.
They need Sky on the team.
Barzal. Like imagine
They do need
Matthew
to be on the
Barzal.
team.
yeah, that one is.
Any of those guys.
I'm still training full time, part time.
coaches. If you
Anyways,
see that.
sorry I interrupted you with that rant.
Oh no. We were just talking about sports and like, I guess like perfects and stuff like that. The Warriors had the best season. They only lost 9 games out of 81.
72
crazy.
and
They win
9.
the final too that year.
And then they blew it a 3-1 lead
Oh,
to
Damn.
Braun.
Mr. James.
Brownie.
Mr. James.
Mr.
I'm wrong.
James.
Yeah, that was insane. They beat the Warrior. I mean the Bulls. The Bulls had the they only lost 10 games, and
they
then the
won.
Warriors lost 9 games. Well, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
They was saying that was the best. Yeah, that was crazy though.
Well, shout out LeBron.
Yeah, and shout out the Bills. The Bills. Let's
Shout
go
out
Bills.
LeBron.
Should we all give a pick
Come on the
for
pod.
the 6:30 game? See like who's gonna win?
Bills.
Bills. I got the Bills winning on that. Yeah.
There's a
They
game.
They should have
going.
won the last time they played in the playoffs, but the whole didn't they change the rules because of that coin flip shit? Like,
Oh,
They changed
yes,
the rules
yes,
for that,
yes,
right?
yes.
I was pretty mad when they lost that game.
Yeah, they
I'm
did.
not even a
Yes.
strong. I'm a Giants fan.
Because
Yeah.
Patrick
I
Mahomes
was
got
like,
the
what
ball
the fuck,
first
dude?
and they
There's a lot of
scored and the game was
Mahomes
over.
ref controversy
Yeah.
in NFL. There's always like, this is rigged, that's rigged.
That's
books,
right.
da,
It's a
da, da,
script.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We like it. We have fun with it.
Yeah, so Bills, you got the Bills. You got the Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the Bills
Like
too.
Bills.
Dude, I want the Bills to win, but I think the Chiefs are going to win.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's got it. Somebody's got it.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know who they were playing. The Chiefs are. Yeah, the Chiefs are gonna win.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the villain.
Bills, Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs, Bills.
Yeah.
Mike, you think Bills?
We'll see.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find
Yeah.
out in a couple hours. We'll see by this time is
I think it's
Actually, I have the Spritzer winning. No.
The pod drops. The game's already happened. So
yeah, true.
I have Muggsy Jeans.
By the time this pod comes out,
know.
you guys will already know.
the winner.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see, that's for sure.
And next week's game will have happened too, right?
Yep.
No, that's the Super
I
Bowl
don't-
next week's game.
Oh shit, the Super Bowl's next week?
well, isn't there a couple week gap? I don't know.
Yeah, the next game.
Who's halftime?
Okay,
Who's
so-
halftime performer?
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar and
nice.
SZA.
Nice.
Kendrick.
I like
That's
that.
gonna be sick.
Gonna be a good. Yeah, Kendrick's gonna kill that. Nah,
I think. You anything else? Oh, we wanted to ask. Yeah, we want to
Yeah,
ask you
last question.
the last question here. Before we go, we wanted to get your knowledge on the mid-20s, and if you had any advice that you would have given to yourself, your younger self in your 20s, what would it be?
Yeah. I think the 20s for me has been like a lot of, figuring out life, and some of the bigger lessons I've learned would be like to not be attached to an outcome and to go with the flow. That like things aren't going to play out exactly how you want them to all the time, and you kind of just have to roll with the shots. And just I wear on my hat all the time, actually, it's not that deep, because I try to like live that way of nothing can ever really affect me that much because it's not that serious, it's not that deep. I think a lot of people get too emotional, of like emotional attachments to things and emotional reactions to things, and like constantly battling with anxiety and shit, trying to. And I think it's because you take life too serious, and really you're supposed to enjoy it. Kick back, relax, go with the flow, and just enjoy your life. I think that's one of the bigger lessons I've learned in my 20s.
Yeah.
Fire. Appreciate
I like
that.
that.
Good stuff.
Now on to cold streaks now.
No. On top of that, like, yeah, it's I just want to say real quick that I agree. Like, you're right. It's really not that deep. And I think we said it the first episode. Like, we're very fortunate for the lives that we live, and having families around us and loving people. Like you were saying earlier, like your parents really supported you. Like, not everybody has that, and so I think it's always important to realize that we are lucky, and not everybody has supporting people around them, or the ability to enjoy as much as others. But like, we are here, and we're having a great time, and we're with our friends, and all these things are happening. You're following your passions.
Gratitude.
Like, gratitude for sure.
Yeah.
Retweet.
So
Right.
All right. Well, thank
Really
you for
happy
coming
to be
on,
here.
Pat.
Oh yeah, thanks for
Pat.
having me, boys.
Yeah.
Give it up for Pat. Big P.
wrap on episode 3.
Yeah,
All right,
wrapping up
peace.
episode 3.